Dash is a biannual event. It is a celebration of the intersection of arts and science. And Dash stands for Design, Art, Science, and Humanities. This is our second event. Our first event happened in 2013, and we just wrapped our 2015 event that happened on October 1st through 3rd at a variety of venues here around the Outer Banks.
I'm Chris Sawan. I'm the Executive Director of Dare County Arts Council, and we're one of the 5 constituent partners in the DASH program. In addition to the Arts Council, the other 4 partners are Coastal Studies Institute, of course, also Pocosin Arts in Columbia, College of the Albemarle, and East Carolina School of Art and Design.
DASH kicked off with the first of 3 screenings as part of the CircleFilm Festival. Several local filmmakers were highlighted in the CircleFilm Festival, and the first of those 3 events kicked off here at CSI on Thursday evening, October 1st. Subsequent screenings happened at Dare County Arts Council on Friday and Saturday night as well.
Chris from Dare County Arts Council reached out to us and he said, hey, we like what you guys are doing, I want you to kind of bring it up here, and it was an easy decision. We were super excited to collaborate with these guys and to be part of a bigger event. The best thing about collaborating is that you're joining a bigger family, and the potential for what you can accomplish is so much greater.
We got big crowds at the films, and I think that's a testament to the people that were involved, starting with Steve Wise, who put together the surfboard exhibit. That is a huge draw. He has so many people he's connected with, and he gave his time so generously. It was just a treat to work with him.
We have done this for Dash because of their theme this session was on waves, and so they asked us to do this because of they're doing different things that pertain to waves, and of course surfboards are the ones especially for the Outer Banks. My oldest one is from 1935, and then it starts from probably the late 50s, 60s, all the way around to the 70s. Most of these are from Southern California, and they show us how the progression of surfing went from pretty well stock boards through more signature models and like that. There were more custom type of boards. And it's a perfect setup. As you can see, oak walls really make the boards pop, and so it's really a neat place to be able to exhibit some boards like this.
Here at CSI on Friday, October 2nd, we hosted an entire day of academic presentations focusing on that intersection of art and science, exploring boats and boards, ripples and waves. Part of the focus for the day at the UNC Coastal Studies Institute was really examining how artists and scientists can come together to explore how art is inspired by science and how science can use art in innovative ways to communicate concepts, data, and ideas. An example of that would be boats. A boat panel discussion was part of the events that happened at CSI on Friday, October 2nd. This panel was made up of archaeologists and historians, artists, and boat designers, and a discussion was had on how boats have evolved over time using both the artistic method, such as rack of eye and hand laid, all the way to the much more technological method of using computer-aided design and naval architecture.
As part of the symposium, we had a presentation. We had Reuben Margolin on the campus, which was a huge success, very inspiring for students and for us. And we had a hands-on art-making activities day. And we had about 50 people coming and going through the day, maybe more. And also, we created this special sculpture in response to the theme of the symposium this year, which was boats, boards, ripples, and waves. Reuben Margolin is a kinetic sculptor. He works very large, he works with multiple pieces, and he represents physical data in a visual piece. Usually they're moving sculptures, very large, lots of repetition. And knowing he was coming, we developed a project that was inspired by his style of working.
So Making Waves is a sculptural installation based on 365 days worth of onshore and offshore wave data provided by the Coastal Studies Institute, specifically buoy 192 coming out of Oregon Inlet, and also Surfline's observational wave data from Jeanette's Pier. So we had over 90 people working on this sculpture, both students and faculty from the College of the Albemarle, and each form that you see hanging is based on the max wave height taken from every day of the year, and also the max wave height as the waves hit the shore. The sculpture took 1 year to plan, took a month to build, It's made out of 670 feet of window screen. And so we were thinking about a material that would hold its shape and thinking about how the material would visually look when it's up in a room and when you have a form that's repeated 274 times, what that might look like. And so there's this nice visibility through the screen. It's iridescent, and to a certain degree that sort of allows us visually to think about water and waves and currents.
What I think people took away from DASH was the power of collaboration. That there's great potential for this intersection between art and science. I think for the scientists, the way that art can be used to create a visual representation of data that people can interact with.
Students really appreciated the scale of this piece, working across disciplines, working with scientists, working with mathematicians. I think that was very exciting for our art students. And just thinking big, starting something that you might not be able to visualize and sort of trusting that the data and the process and the principles of design will turn out to be something in the end.
DASH was also fortunate enough to have as part of one of its program events the first ever art show by Mick McCarthy.
My name is Mick McCarthy. I'm a surfing photographer on the Outer Banks. I've been a photographer for 40 years now, almost. I was honored that the Dare County Arts Council invited me to do this show, and I made all the frames, you know, and these are all my original photos. And I'm kind of going that way like my surfboards were. They were always handmade custom, they're not machined, so this is my first actual formal exhibit. I don't even have hardly any photos in my house hanging on the wall. I just never did, you know, and all of a sudden I've had a chance to do it, and it was kind of fun doing it.
From the academic presentations at the Coastal Studies Institute to the CircleFilm Festival, historic surfboard exhibits at Dare County Arts Council, photography exhibits from Mick McCarthy at Dare County Arts Council, a fantastic keynote presentation by kinetic wave sculptor Reuben Margolin, to hands-on art and demonstration exhibits that happened at College of the Albemarle. DASH 2015 really had something for everyone.